Hello there, people of YouTube land. Once again, it is I, the Zombie Messiah, and in this video, I decided I'm gonna talk a bit about something that's caused quite a bit of heat recently in the whole YouTube verse. And what I'm talking about is YouTube's apparent crackdown on games that in the American ratings board are at least a T for teen. Now, this is something that people have noticed for a while, but YouTube are kind of starting to go down the road of family-friendly content, which has actually led to several content creators having their channels negatively impacted by this entire event. Now, I'm pretty sure there's something that a lot of you guys have forgotten, and I'm pretty sure YouTube appear to have forgotten as well. But YouTube doesn't really need to go down the family-friendly route, or at least strictly down the family-friendly route. Why? Because YouTube already have something in place for family-friendly content, and that is YouTube Kids. Basically, for those of you who don't know what YouTube Kids is, it's basically an application that you can use, or a setting on the YouTube website that you can use, and it basically removes all of the content that isn't suitable for kids. It's perfectly suitable for parents who just want to let their kids watch some YouTube, and they don't have to worry about their little munchkins picking up any nasty habits from the people that they watch. Now, the problem that YouTube is currently facing is that it's trying to essentially turn its whole website into a permanent YouTube Kids, meaning that the channels that are going to do well aren't channels like PewDiePie or Markiplier or Jacksepticeye or heck, even Filthy Frank. It's mainly channels that do toy reviews, or Minecraft, or Roblox. Basically content that is content that you pretty much, if you wanted to find out anything about these toys, then you could pretty much just look anywhere else. Even on TV, I'm pretty sure there's people on TV that do things surrounding toys. Now, as a gaming channel, I can't exactly speak for the toy channels. I can speak for gaming, however, due to that being something of an area of expertise for me. The problem with having all gaming content be focused around Minecraft or Roblox or any other games like that, which most of the time usually don't tend to have a lot of thought put into them. Instead, they're just made with the whole let's tap into the family market, or shall we? And with that, a lot of games directed exclusively at families don't really tend to have a lot of effort put into them. There are exceptions, such as the Lego games. I'm pretty sure anyone who's played at least one Lego game can attest to how good the Lego games are. But other than that real example, there aren't really that many games that you could say have a family focus and are well made. Also, another problem. But anyway, one of the problems with having this whole system in place that focuses on games that don't really have that much attention put into them to make them interesting. You also tend to drown out exposure for other games that people might be interested in that aren't really family friendly. I mean, just for example, think about how Minecraft started. Sure, originally it started out as an alpha that no one had heard of, that no one had really heard of, but then after YouTubers got involved, it became a hot selling IP that is now probably going to make Microsoft a whole ton of bank. And that is the power of YouTube nowadays, especially in the gaming scene. Because as regular TV considers gaming to be this niche that to them not very many people focus on, they tend to do less programming focused on gaming, and even if they are forced to put gaming stuff on air, they'll mostly either go to one of the two extremes, which is either family fr- which is either the bland family friendly stuff that I said about earlier, or the other extreme, which is video games are pure evil and they should be completely removed. Those are the only two extremes that means that common or that the mainstream media will go to, which is part of the reason why not many people nowadays really trust the mainstream media, because the problem with the mainstream, or the difference between the mainstream media and the alternative media that you can find on YouTube is the mainstream media you kind of see to have this very narrow tunnel vision, where basically it's only the stuff that we're interested in. You better be interested in it, otherwise you're not going to get anything. And sure, it does come out with some good stuff. I mean, look at Game of Thrones, for example. But there's not really anything that caters to a lot of the niches that can be satisfied on YouTube. I mean, for example, I live in the UK. There's only one gaming channel, Jinx, which is where you can find game reviews, and you can also find live broadcasts for esports. That's all well and good. However, we in the UK do not have any TV channels dedicated to anime. The reason being is that a lot of the mainstream media in the UK kind of sees anime as this underlying niche that doesn't really need to be catered to. Even though even though it's fair to say that anime at this point is kind of starting to go beyond niche. Gaming is already far beyond a niche, which is why we in the UK only have this one channel dedicated to gaming. But for most of it, but other than that, if you if you want to watch stuff about gaming, the only other choice you have is YouTube. So I can see I can understand why YouTube is trying to go down this whole family friendly route. Mainly because, however, the problem that it is it's the sledgehammer where the scalpel is needed problem. Where basically they've just taken a system that can already be taken advantage of by the wrong type of people, and they've pretty much just messed it up even for the people who are doing it for the right reasons and the right sort of people. The people who are legitimately here to entertain an audience, and people who just want to help spread focus about something that they enjoy, whether it be gaming, anime, toys, cooking, makeup, whatever. That to me is what YouTube is. It's helping to spread. To spread. It's helping to spread interest in the things that we love. In the things that we love and enjoy nowadays. Which is what. Which is why I. Which is why even to this day I'm still not that big a fan of the Wall Street Journal deciding. Well, essentially trying to decide what we can or cannot do in the whole, because we don't play by their rules. Unfortunately, Wall Street Journal, even nowadays you don't play by your own rules. So please be so kind and shut the fuck up, you goddamn hypocrites. But anyway, if you guys liked what you saw in this video, please be sure to leave a like, comment, don't forget to subscribe. You can put down in the comments below whether you think YouTube is going about all this the right way, or if they should just keep the whole family friendly shtick for YouTube Kids, where in all seriousness it should probably stay. But anyway, this has been the Zombie Messiah returning to the crypt, and I will see you guys in the next video.